Hi everyone, this is Miss Bustillos coming to you from Bristow Middle School, 6th grade. Today we're going to do the second problem in our percent with bar models. Today we're going to figure out what percent is 63 out of 90. So looking at both ends of our bar model, we're going to start by just extending that line so we can add a little bit on the outside. The top bar, of course, is represented by percent. We're just doing a quick highlight in yellow of that. The bottom bar is our numbers for our parts that we're going to highlight in blue. And at the end, this represents our whole amount. We're going to highlight that in pink. So on the far left, it is 0. So this is 0% on the top is 0 amounts. And on the far right, it is 100% on the top. And that represents our whole amount. So when we look at the question itself, we're trying to figure out what are we looking for. So I can see that it says what percent. So percent is yellow. That's the piece that we're looking for. And then we have is 63 out of 90. Our of number is 90. That means that's going to be our whole amount. So that's what's going to go at the 100%. That means that 63 is our part. So we're trying to figure out what is 63 out of 90, what percent. So one thing that would be helpful for us is to figure out a benchmark percent to use to determine how far away 63 is. So a good benchmark percent to use is 10%. So I'm going to go ahead and label 10%, and then I'm going to figure out what 10% of 90 is. Well, if I'm trying to find 10% of 90, I would break the bottom bar into 10 pieces. So I would divide 90 by 10 to figure out what should go in each of those parts. By doing that, I figure out that 10% is 9. So again, 10% is 9. Now I can see a connection between 9 and 63. 63 is pretty far along. It's more than half of 90. That would be about 45. So 63 is going to be somewhere in here. That is the part that we know. We don't know this percent up here. But by figuring out 10%, we can say, hey, to go from 9 to 63, what do I do? Well, the number is getting bigger, so it's multiplication. And 9 times what equals 63? Well, 9 times 7 equals 63. That's again connecting back to ratios. So if I multiplied 9 times 7 to get 63, I have to do my 10% times 7, and that's going to give us the percent for it. So 10% times 7 is 70%. I make sure that I label that correctly. So to figure out what percent is 63 out of 90, I found 10% first, which was 9, multiplied both of those by 7, just like we would a ratio. So we figured out, therefore, 70% is 63 out of 90. Or 63 out of 90 is 70%. All right, until next time.